Thinking about buying your first flip?
Don't waste your money on the wrong projects.
What's up, y'all? It's 757 Homegirl, and today I'm here with my fiance, Kevin.
The CEO and founder of Herb's Home Improvement.
And today we're right here in Norfolk, Virginia, just to talk a little bit about what renovations add the most value to your property, whether you're buying your first flip, you're trying to get some sweat equity out of your current home, or maybe you're even getting your house prepared for the market to sell. So come with us on this walkthrough as we see what renovations need to be made, one from a contractor's perspective and just from a regular homeowner's perspective.
All right, so now we're in the house, and just bear with us because there is no electricity.
All right, y'all, so this house has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's about 1,500 square foot. So the first thing we'll probably renovate if we're gonna be flipping this house is gonna be this ugly brown door paired with these ugly brown steps. Babe, how much do you think it would cost to fix something like this?
So on average, replacing the stairs and the door, you're probably looking at between anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500.
Okay.
Counting paint, LVP stairs.
And how would we redo the stairs? Like how would we situate them so we can still get upstairs?
All right, so what you do is you just pretty much get rid of the whole staircase. The reason why is because even though you put LVP on top, you're still gonna have all this messed up. You're gonna have this not covered. So that's the reason why you just get rid of the whole entire staircase and just build it from scratch. Time-wise, you're probably looking at anywhere between roughly maybe 4 hours, 3 hours.
But I mean, we low-key could DIY it just to help us save some money. I said it's gonna be somewhere between $1,000 to $2,000, $4,000.
$20,000, $1,500.
Yeah, so I think it would be cheaper if you could put some LVP on it, just slap it up there, make it look good. And you said there was a gap in here. You could put some caulk in there or something. But put some nice LVP, probably to match. Change out the door, just make it a white door so, you know, all of them match as well. And I think that wouldn't be too bad. Like, I think we could work with that.
No, you cannot.
So don't you think we could just DIY that part or what?
I mean, you can, but as far as DIY, how would you go about it?
I mean, you would pretty much just find some flooring that is similar to this one, put it up there, make it look presentable, and then caulk the back part so there's no gaps or anything like that left. I mean, at least it'll match. We can get a white door to put there with, you know, so all the doorknobs and the doors, they match. I think that would be presentable. You don't think so? I
mean, it's presentable, but it's not gonna be like when it comes to somebody buying the home. I mean, depending on how you do it, you might be able to tell it's DIY except for done by a professional. I recommend getting it done by a professional just so it'll, you know, sell the house.
Okay, so right here, I mean, this is ugly off the bat. What can you do about this, babe?
So right here,
wall right there.
You could take these panel boards off, put drywall. With this box right here, you could get rid of this whole box and just add a junction box inside the drywall, cover it up with a blank plate, and then that's how you take care of that right there.
Are these wires in here live? Is that anything like we should worry about turning off the power first or what?
Yeah, so you always turn your power off when you're dealing with electricity.
Okay.
Always.
And as far as doing that, is that something like somebody like me can do, or should we hire a professional to get that done?
So you can DIY this, but I recommend for you to get somebody professional, like a licensed electrician or just somebody
so you can't DIY
somebody who has knowledge in this, but you can DIY, yes. So this right here, you're probably looking at price-wise, $500, materials and labor.
All right, y'all, so we're now upstairs in one of the 2 bedrooms up here. There's really not a whole lot to do other than maybe doing some new carpet and definitely having my boo change those outlets because they look a hot mess. You can tell that they're really old and worn, and just some new outlets. That doesn't cost a whole lot, right, babe? That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap. I'll also put a door here for the closet.
Yeah, probably even put some carpet in the closet as well because you're looking at straight wood right in there. Probably some drywall as well because there's obviously no drywall there, right?
Nah, you wouldn't put drywall in here.
Yeah, no drywall in there at all. So all that ductwork is exposed. That's pretty ugly. So to the common homeowner, they're probably not gonna want to see that. So we'd probably find out some way to cover that up so they don't gotta look at it. All right, y'all, so we're back downstairs, and as I'm walking through here, it's feeling really dark. Like, I don't know if it's just because the power's off, but I feel like we need some more light to bring this space to life. What you think? If we do some can lights, some recessed lighting in here, how many you think we would need to make this space pop?
So I'll probably put 4 in each corner. That way you have enough lighting in the living room.
Okay, and what about this ugly trim right here? Like, what is that even for? Do we need that?
I mean, that's just the style of the house that they went with.
Okay, so we get rid of that because that's ugly. Okay, definitely need some new, what are these things called?
Vent covers.
Vent covers, and I can do that myself, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That size, probably
$15, 30?
What? You probably looking more between 50 to 70. It's a cover.
70?
It's a cover.
Well, I'm definitely doing that one myself. And then also, these doors. Just like the door over there, we definitely want to get some doors that match. This one looks like it's straight out of the 1800s. I don't know, but definitely need some new doors, babe. Give us some prices on those doors. Just assuming that we're gonna need all new doors, you know.
Pricing wise, depending on what kind of door you're going, you're looking anywhere between 200 to, I'd say 200, between 200 and 1500 materials and labor.
That's probably for like 7 or 8 doors.
Depends on the door you go with, yeah.
Okay, what about the framing part? Because this framing is kind of old. Would the door come with the framing or?
You could buy it with the framing or you could keep the framing. But if you think about taking this off, then you're looking at way more coming out your pocket.
Because you got to take this off, fix the wall.
I would rather you just leave it, just replace the door, and then paint it, call it a day. And then it brings character to the house. Because if you look at all around the house, each doorway has a specific. So why would you change that? And that means you have to change that.
It would take away the uniform aspect. Yeah. All right, y'all. So obviously we're in the kitchen, and it looks like it doesn't need too heavy of a renovation, which is good on our end because we get to save some money. But it does need a little something. So I'm thinking we could put some nice gold handles on these white cabinets to give it a little pop.
You will not put handles on these cabinets because they are built so they don't have handles. It's the type of cabinets you have here. Now you could add them, but I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you?
No point. You don't need them.
But wouldn't they get dirty, like grabbing on them and stuff, instead of just having a handle? Because it's white.
Potentially. Depends on who's living in the house.
So you can do handles.
You can put handles.
But it's not meant for handles.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're putting handles. The appliances look pretty good. Everything looks pretty new. So, I mean, I think we're good there. We could probably save us a few dollars there. But it looks like something funky's going on at the bottom of this fridge. I don't know. It looks like it's missing the little plate that goes there. And it's a little dirty. I don't know, was it older? Yeah, let's go ahead and shut that. Oven looks pretty new. Don't look like anybody's really cooked in there. Same with the microwave. All the appliances match, which is a really good thing. And this actually looks pretty new too, so I think it just needs a good clean. We'll probably end up salvaging that. That's about $1,000 for a new refrigerator that we can put towards something else. That's about it though. There's a weird random hole up there that I'm really not sure what it's for, but it ain't nothing for my boo to go up there and cover that, right, boo?
Yeah, I can fix that.
All right, so right now we're in the laundry room, and I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Everything's pretty straightforward. The only thing is, it doesn't have a dryer, what's that thing called?
Dryer vent.
It doesn't have a dryer vent. So if we were to hypothetically put a dryer right there, there's no way for the ventilation to get outside. So we'd probably just cut a hole going outside, and I don't know, he'll figure that out somehow. Yeah, that's pretty easy, right? How much would that cost?
200.
200 bucks, price, labor, and materials?
Labor, yeah.
Okay, so 200 bucks to do that. Not too shabby. I think we can afford that. So the backyard, she cute. She's pretty spacious, but this deck is a hot mess. As you can see, we got deck boards lifting, hot mess. This is absolutely completely dry rotted. So we'd probably do away with this whole thing, redo it, and what you think, we would just take it down to the studs and then you redo the deck boards? Or how would you do it?
Get rid of the whole entire deck and build it from scratch.
There you have it, people. Get rid of the whole entire deck, build it from scratch, keep it brown, because painting it, as you can see, it gives it this little cracky, ugly feel after a while. So we'd probably stain it a nice color rather than painting it, just to give it a more high-end feel instead of like a tacky feel. Also, for the fence around the property, it looks like most of this fence actually belongs to the surrounding neighbors. So there's not much we can do about their fence, but we could always put us, you know, a new privacy fence up. Will we actually do that? Probably not, because that would definitely cost us somewhere between like 5 to 7K, wouldn't it? For a yard this big, it would definitely cost a pretty penny. So we probably would just mitigate that cost completely. Probably fix a couple of the boards, the fence boards that are up, because the new owner might have dogs or something like that. So we'll probably just fix a couple of them and leave it the way it is. All right, so now we're in the downstairs bedroom, one of the 2 downstairs bedrooms. And there's really not much to do in here, right, Bookie?
Yeah.
I mean,
paint, drywall, sand it down.
Yeah.
You know.
So there's some imperfections in the drywall up there. And this also got that ugly trim that we seen through the rest of the house.
New door, carpet.
Yeah, definitely a
carpet
new door.
Inside the closet.
And that duct is extremely ugly in there, but there's really nothing we can do about that.
Unless you're gonna
That's kind
Rerun
of how the
whole duct.
AC gets back and forth. So there's really not a whole lot we can do about that ductwork, but we can finish the carpet in there because for some reason they did half the carpet and just left the other half with the padding. So that's a little ghetto. But yeah, that's about that for this room.
Kevin, how much would it cost?
And here, we're looking at under 500 for all this. Except for the door, of course, we talked about be anywhere from 200 to 500. And that's just if you're
Keeping the framing.
keeping the frame or replacing the frame.
What do you think some of those cracks are from?
House settling.
So that just come from like old age, stuff like
House
that.
over time is going to settle. So you're going to always get cracks in the ceiling and wall.
Do you think that'd be something worth fixing, or should we just try to smooth
Sand
it
it
out?
down. That's all you got to do. Sand it down, paint over it.
All right, so from first glance, the bathroom looks okay, but this tile work is horrible. It honestly looks like I did it. So we're definitely gonna probably have to rip all this out, redo it. We could probably salvage the tub and the hardware, but this tile definitely needs to get redone. How much do you think that would be? That's probably a pretty big job, ain't it?
Yo, materials and labor, probably 2,500 for this whole bathroom. Just this right here, the shower, 2,500.
Yeah. Do you think this was done by a professional? Because it don't look like it's been done by one to me. We're missing grout in a lot of areas. The tiles aren't really even in some areas. You got bigger gaps in areas than, we have in other areas. So I don't know. We'd probably definitely rip all this out, do a very high-end tile, because bathrooms are one of the biggest selling part of a home. So we definitely want the bathrooms to be in good shape. Probably put a little door right there as well where you're standing at base, so it can be some kind of separation. And probably change that door right there. Oh, okay. Got some more duct work. This house gotta be built in like the 1930s. All right, so now we're in the primary bedroom, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of work that we need to do. It looks like they already put a new door up, which is good. We just gotta give it a nice coat of white paint to make that pop. We got a closet right over here where the doors are kind of a little off whack and no railing or, nowhere to necessarily hang your clothes. So we definitely need to put like some wire up there so people could hang their clothes up. What do you think about that, babe? I know it looks a little funky, but how do you think we should maneuver that to make it functional?
First of all, this whole door need to come out because it's the wrong frame, number one.
Oh yeah, you got straight drywall showing right here. So that's a little weird.
That's door jam.
This, my friends,
Closet door. That's
this
what
is
it's
called Jimmy rigging. That's what they call it.
So the door needs to be shaved.
It is rubbing on the carpet a lot. Is that a lot of work or a lot of money to fix the doorbell, to shave off the bottom? Not really, right? You just gotta sand it down a little.
I mean, nah, it don't cost that much. Just shave it.
Okay.
And,
Really don't cost much or nothing if
Nah,
you're already
it's
doing a
not.
whole bunch of other work in the property.
Yeah, that's probably the least of somebody worth shaving
Yeah.
the door. So
Okay.
probably get done for free from somebody. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, you. Okay. All right, y'all. So that pretty much wraps up everything, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, we took y'all through the whole home. We showed you some renovations that we would make if we were thinking about flipping this property. But honestly, I mean, my budget, my DIY budget, I came probably around 2, 3, 4,000. So, I mean, I think I could fix everything in here and get it looking pretty nice. What you
Yeah,
think?
you're more than that probably.
10,000
Yes.
in repairs
Yes.
by a professional?
Yes.
4,000 sound a little bit better than me. But hey, the choice is yours. If you're thinking about doing your first flip, just choose wisely and save wherever you can. So if you're thinking about doing your first flip or just trying to get some sweat equity out of your home, make sure you spend your money on the right projects.
All right, yo, it's time to go. I've been working all day and I'm hungry, so come on.
All right, y'all. That wraps up this video. See you later.